Hello, everybody. As technology continues to improve, so does artificial intelligence. For example, artificial intelligence is also used in the medical field to diagnose conditions during MRI scans and CT scans. Now, one man we have to thank for this is John McCarthy. Hello, everybody. My name is Lino Garcia Perez, and it is a pleasure to be with you today. As I believe John McCarthy to be what is known as the father of artificial intelligence, and I believe it is imperative to know this man's legacy and how it is affected today, thanks to the recent popularity of artificial intelligence. Some of his early life, he was born on September 4th, 1977, in Boston, Massachusetts, where he was born as a sickly child. And during that time, he was also very bookish, and so he really liked to read a lot of books. And along with that, he was born as the older brother of Patrick McCarthy. And during his time in Boston, his condition slowly got worse and worse, which managed both of his parents to go to California. His father's name was John Patrick McCarthy, who was known as an inventor along with carpenter and fisherman, and Ida Gett, his mother, who was fighting for women's suffrage at that time. Some of his accomplishments include what I believe to be some of his accomplishments during public school. He was able to skip not one but three grades, and later entered to the California Institute of Technology as a mathematician, where he managed to graduate. And after that, he later went to Princeton and managed to get his doctorate at that time. Later after that, he became an acting assistant professor in Stanford University. And after that, some time moved on, and he later went to Dartmouth College, where he was able to build a program to help a computer play chess. And during that time, he later built a method that can better cut time for the computer and to eliminate any moves that can potentially help his opponent. And during that time, he developed a new method called the alpha beta heuristic. And this is where artificial intelligence was born, or one of the saplings of it. And it is thanks to that he was able to present his findings and organize the world's first conference on modeling computers. And after that, he later moved on to MIT. And during that time, he was able to use his findings to create the first artificial intelligence laboratory. And later after that, he not only created one but two labs, one in Stanford in 1962. And during that time, he also managed to win multiple awards during his lifetime, such as the Allen Matheson Turing Award in 1977 and the Kyoto Prize in 1988. And some of his lasting legacy is also known as the father of artificial intelligence, and was able to create the Lisp processing language during his time in MIT. And after that, he also managed to challenge the Bill of Rights to include technology during that time, so that way the government wouldn't become authoritarian and take control of people's freedom to read and write using computers. But during that time, sadly, he managed to pass away on October 24th, 2011 in Stanford, California, in the United States. Thank you all for listening to my speech, and I hope you all have a wonderful day. So in conclusion, John McCarthy was a man who was ahead of his time, talking about artificial intelligence during the 1950s, before time I was born, especially now, since artificial intelligence is a very hot topic during today's time, and I only hope to see its development throughout the future. Once again, thank you all for listening, and I hope you have a wonderful day.